This honestly might be a Christmas miracle. We're in history. Yeah. And that I will feel sadness. So yeah, I picked up the camera and it feels a little weird. Not gonna lie, a lot has happened in the past year. I hope you guys can stick around. Or I am in the process of working on getting my spark back. A little recap. Something happened in the middle of this year that kind of altered the trajectory of my life, and I don't know if it's the combination of aging and just getting more wisdom and awareness, but it has been pretty overwhelming, and I think the summer and an event that happened in the summer was a catalyst to it all. And I am working on myself every single day and trying to be a better version of myself. Yeah, and I'm trying to get my spark back. The spark that I once used to have, which is kind of sad to say that I used to have this spark. And yeah, a lot has happened. Yeah, this is me on Christmas Day. Me and my family are planning to go to BCD Tofu House because that's the only restaurant that's open. All other places are obviously closed because it's Christmas Day, but our tried and true BCD remains open for us. So I'm just gonna get ready. I washed my hair and then I'm going to curl it with my Dyson. I purchased this Dyson on Black Friday and I've been obsessed with how my curls look with this. Okay, next year I have some trips planned with my siblings, so we are working on manifesting that into real life. It's just so hard because there's so many of us and everyone's schedule is different. I got my dates down, so I'm just waiting on them. Travel plans, and I don't want to say like I want to start dating because I don't really feel like I want to, right? Like I personally don't want to just yet. I think if the timing's right and the right person comes in, steps into my life, then like it'll just happen naturally. But it's not like something I'm seeking out to do. And I think a lot of my crash outs this year is coming from the fact that like I wanted to find my like forever partner, and I felt like I was getting old. Like in an Asian household, women typically like get married before 30s. Like that's kind of like the expectation for a woman in an Asian household. And like if you're nearing your 30s and you're not really getting closer to that like that phase of your life, like people will judge you and people will talk. And so I felt that pressure coming from my parents, and that like had a lot of like stress on me. And so, you know, there are people that I met that I just wanted to get to know and like, yeah, just get to know. But because in the back of my mind I like needed to be serious and I needed to like see an end goal in future, that really like affected how I navigated like relationships and how I navigated moving forward. Like if I was in my early 20s, I would have time to just date and like see where it goes, you know? I would have time to be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna date and see where it goes. Like, but at the age of like 26, seeing where it goes isn't, you know, what I should be doing. So that really affected a lot of just like everything. And I feel like I'm a late bloomer. Like, my parents were really strict, or like I feel like they were like medium strict, but they're more strict than like a lot of parents. A lot of my friends' parents, like, they're more on the strict side. And so it's like so funny because they were like, no, you're not allowed to talk to boys, you're not allowed to date, blah blah blah. And then you come to a certain age and they're like, okay, so when are you gonna get married? And I'm like, bruh, literally all of my 20s, like on my early 20s, you're like, focus on school, like graduate, get a career, and like, yeah. And then like they expect me to like suddenly pop up and be like, yeah, this is my husband. So, you know, all of that happening and just like me just trying to figure out myself and navigating my life, yeah, it took a really big toll on me. And I think that's also a big aspect of like my major crash outs this year. But I came to the conclusion that, you know, I can't please everyone, not even my parents. And, you know, there's some certain things that I could do, obviously, to like help my parents feel at ease, obviously, like not go behind their back, which sometimes you kind of have to, but like obviously you want to build an honest relationship with your parents, and I think that's the most important. And it's better for your mental health that way. If you're like hiding things from your parents, it's gonna build up a lot of like guilt, and that's not really healthy. So I try to be as honest and open with my parents. It's a start to building trust, you know, your parents, you know, trusting you and vice versa. So yeah, that's a lot of things. Don't let any influencer influence you from not or from buying something. I moved into the, oh man, do I hold a special place in their heart? I'm not sure. And yeah. Okay, so I changed outfits. I am using this brown skirt, this denim vest, this coat that I recently thrifted. It was at a vintage shop. Oh my gosh, there's a book name. The lady said she gave me the thing. It was from the 1940s. So she said I'm basically wearing history. So yeah, I have this bag and my boots. So yeah, that's the look. And I just tied my hair up because I thought it looked better with the fit. I've had, yeah, you know, some moments in my healing journey where I'm like, what am I doing all this for? Like sometimes I'm doing things and I feel good and like doing things for myself, and then after that I'm just like, I get back in this like weird sad mood and I'm like, what is all of this for? Like, is this even like going somewhere? Because I feel like I'm just stagnant. Like, you know, I'm improving little by little, and then I'm just like, I come to terms with myself. I'm like, I'm actually like really sad, you know? So I just want to go on here to reiterate on the last clip, and I basically had like a crash out where I was like, you know, feeling sad again. And in my healing journey, like, I've noticed moments where I feel like, you know, I've come so far, and then something happens and, you know, a memory triggers something, and then I go back to the sadness. But I've learned to, you know, feel what I feel, recognize it, but not let that occur, you know, stop me from continuing on with my healing journey. Like, I don't want to be like, okay, I'm sad. Did I not heal? Was all that work, was that all in vain? You know, I don't want to see it in that way. I want to recognize that these emotions are real and that I will feel sadness even when I do think that I'm getting better, you know? So, yeah, it's a process, and I'm going to continue walking forward, taking bigger steps. I'll try your tiramisu in Spanish. It's good, it's not too sweet. I like this better.
감사합니다.
Can I do original beef? Make it original beef, medium.
Yeah, I'm happy. Thank you, sayang. So tomorrow you working?
When you come, you can ask me for more. Or be slow. Just keep pulling out all the way.
Lebih enak mereka berkata. Ya nanti lah ya, makanya mami jelas. Pokoknya